Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about the shorter version of Twist of Fate. Prachi vowed to punish Aliyah for killing her parent, that is Abi and Pragya. And finally, Aliyah was taken to court and the judge sentenced Aliyah to 14 years imprisonment. And Rhea decided to leave everyone and everyone were begging her to stay. But Rhea refused and says that she wants to leave everyone so that they can all live happily. Let's continue. Rhea asked Prachi not to stop her and she asked her not to make it difficult for her. She says, I always had complained that only dad used to love me and nobody else, but I was wrong. Rhea tells Prachi that you loved me when I was wrong and you even love me now. She says, I have to go away from you so that love can stay. Rhea calls Pallavi as Pallavi auntie and says, I will call you auntie, but you will be like my mother always, and you always loved and supported me. She says, I will not hurt you anymore. Pallavi hugs Rhea and says, I always wanted your happiness. Rhea thanks Pallavi for all her support. She tells Ranbir that she cannot apologize to him because she is feeling low. Ranbir asks Rhea to look into his eyes and he asks if she is still feeling low. Rhea says, I did so much wrong that I cannot even stay with it. And she requests Ranbir not to hate her and he should let love stay always. Ranbir says always. Rhea is about to leave, but Prachi gets emotional and she hugs her and she cries. Rhea asks Prachi to take care of herself and of the baby too. Prachi asks, where will you go alone? Rhea says she is taking love of everyone and she asks Prachi to call her when the baby comes. Aliyah is locked in the jail. She threatens the lady constable who pushed her inside. The lady constable wants her. The lady constable asks Aliyah that who is she to tell everyone that she will not leave everyone and says now this jail will not leave you. Aliyah asks the lady constable to apologize for her sins, else when she gets out of prison, then she will make her pay. But the lady constable refused to apologize to Aliyah and she leaves. Aliyah sees the women prisoners and she shouts at them. They threatened Aliyah. Aliyah threatens them back and says, I am not God to forgive anyone and I will take revenge from everyone. Now, the show takes a 4-month leap. After 4 months, Aryan comes home after jogging and says, hey babes. Pallavi says, babes? Really? Grandma says that Aryan thinks that he will be young all his life with some exercises. Aryan tells Pallavi that I am young and I get energetic after jogging. He asks, what is going on here? Pallavi asks Grandma that didn't you tell him? Aryan asks that what is it? And Shahana comes there and says I have given the dresses to Ranbir and Prachi. Aryan asks everyone that what is the suspense? Pallavi, Grandma and Shahana says there is nothing. Aryan tries to ask them. Pallavi and Grandma says that there is nothing. Aryan says there is something surely. He says he will see Shahana later. Grandma asks Pallavi to scold Aryan. Pallavi stares at Aryan. Aryan says he would leave. Grandma says until now, Aryan still gets scared of Pallavi. Shahana says everyone gets scared of Pallavi except me. Pallavi stares at Shahana. Shahana says she respects her. Pallavi says that today is the surprise party for Ranbir and Prachi and their little angel that is on the way. Shahana says we should not tell anyone. Pallavi asks what did they say saying the dresses. Shahana says they were asking the same thing from each other. In the room, Ranbir and Prachi are shown. Prachi's tummy is now big and she is wearing a gown. Prachi asks Ranbir that why are we getting ready when we don't have to go out. Ranbir says you should be taken out to some barber because you have done love spell on me. Ranbir tells Prachi that I feel that you are the world's most beautiful girl. Prachi says you are mad at me, right? Ranbir says I always love you and my love for you is always constant in between the situation. He says this means that you have done magic on me. Prachi says yes, I have done magic on you and she taps on his head. Ranbir pretends as if he is feeling pain. Prachi blows on his forehead. Ranbir says he likes this love spell. Prachi asks Ranbir. Shahana and Aryan comes there and they blindfold Ranbir and Prachi. They take Ranbir and Prachi downstairs and open their blindfold. Ranbir asks that what is today? Prachi asks that what is special about the party? Pallavi says today is Valentine's Day. Prachi says Valentine is in February. Pallavi tells everyone that Ranbir had proposed to Prachi on January 13th. Prachi says that Ranbir had proposed to her in February. Pallavi says Ranbir had confessed his love in a letter on 13th of January. She says she found the letter in Ranbir's cupboard and Pallavi brings the letter out. Ranbir asks Pallavi to give the letter to him, but Pallavi refused. Pallavi says that she has kept this party to read out the letter and says Prachi doesn't know about this letter. She says, seeing Prachi's face, I come to know that Prachi has no idea. Prachi hesitantly says yes. Pallavi says now my son Ranbir will read out this letter for Prachi. Ranbir gets shy. Pallavi says that Ranbir is blushing and his cheeks are becoming red. Ranbir says no. Grandma says you are the Kohli's son, and Grandma tells everyone that they are romantic by birth. Ranbir asks them to stop and says, what will my daughter feel if she hears all this? Pallavi tells Ranbir and Prachi that your baby would like to see your romance. She says, I have proof. Kids likes to see their parents romancing. Aryan asks if the baby will not feel good if his parents romance. Ranbir says he will feel strange, as if his mother is beautiful and his father is too simple and he even wears specs. Ranbir says my grandma is lovely and my dad is her son, else I would have gotten my mommy married to a tall, dark and handsome guy. Everyone laughs. Aryan and Shahana ask Ranbir to read the love letter. Ranbir says it was my first love letter. If there is some mistake, then forgive me. Pallavi says, can you please dim the light? The light is dimmed and Ranbir reads the letter and says, Hi Prachi, I wanted to ask you a few things. Why are you doing this? Why are you staying in my mind? And I can see you everywhere, even when I close my eyes. Ranbir continues to read the letter and says, I want to talk to you always, and I think about you all the time. He asks, why do my heart wants to be with you always? Why do I like you so much? He says, I want to make you mine, but I don't want to date you because I am old school type. Ranbir reads the letter and says, I want to ask you. Shahana asks, even now you want to ask her? Ranbir asks Shahana to wait. Aryan asks Shahana to shut up. Ranbir asks Prachi if she like him, and he bends down and he asks if Prachi wants to connect her name with him, and if Prachi wants to become Prachi Ranbir Kohli, and if she wants to marry him. Prachi gets emotional hearing Ranbir's letter to her. Ranbir says he had written the letter during their college days and he did not write the main thing. Prachi asks that what is the main thing. Ranbir says the main thing is that I love you. Prachi asks him. Ranbir and Prachi dance on a song and a song plays in the background. Then Prachi started feeling labor pain and she tells Ranbir that it is time. Oh yes, it is definitely time. It is time for Prachi to give birth to her baby. You know, it has already been 4 months later, which means everything they've been doing before was 5 months. And 4 months plus 5 months, that is 9 months. So it is time for her to give birth. And after giving birth, the name of their child is Panchi. I don't know how they came up with that name, but I'm thinking they joined Ranbir and Prachi's name together and they came up with Panchi. Beautiful, beautiful. Me that I'm still struggling to pronounce Ranbir, I will now start pronouncing Panchi. Well, it's not that difficult anyway. I don't know why I'm ranting. Guys, thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.